I watched Wake Up Dead Men, a Knives Out mystery, expecting the franchise begin to rot. But afterwards, I realized Rian Johnson just made one of the best mysteries of the decade. This isn't just a 5 out of 5. This is a complete game changer for Benoit Blanc. Let's talk about it. Wake Up Dead Men is either the smartest mystery yet or the one that finally begins to break the formula. This movie is darker, it's meaner, and it's way more uncomfortable than the last two films. And that's not an accident. Rian Johnson clearly is not interested in playing it safe anymore. And that decision is going to split audiences in half. Some people are going to call this bold and mature storytelling, and others are going to say this is where Knives Out loses what it made it fun before. And here's the thing, I actually respect the risk. But respecting the risk doesn't automatically mean that it is a good movie. Because Wake Up Dead Men makes one creative choice that changes how the mystery unfolds, how Benoit Blanc functions, and how satisfying the final reveal really is. I am Chewy, and this is my brutally honest, spoiler-free review for Wake Up Dead Men. A baffling death inside a quiet church draws Benoit Blanc into a tense investigation where faith secrets and suspicion blurs as a close community turns against itself. Wake Up Dead Men was written and directed by Rian Johnson. He is known for movies like Looper and the infamous Star Wars The Last Jedi. I know when it comes to Star Wars, Rian Johnson is either hated or disliked. There's no in between, right? Do I agree that everything Rian Johnson did with The Last Jedi? Hell no. But I cannot deny how well shot the movie was. But let's not talk about Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker because holy shit. Anyways, back to Wake Up Dead Men. Rian Johnson is one hell of a director. I love Knives Out and its sequel, Glass Onion. Those two are full of color, full of fun tactics, and of course, the extremely fun guessing game, trying to guess who the killer is. This third entry though, Wake Up Dead Men, is a much more serious and a much more darker film than the last two. You can definitely see the shift in tone from the previous films. And I for one really enjoy that take. You gotta keep it fresh and keep it interesting to keep us all hooked. And if you agree, maybe please subscribe, and if not, let me know why not in the comments below. This entry plays around with religion views. I think to some extent we can all relate to that. Either your family is religious, or you are religious, or you just decide to not partake in any of that. This is your own personal choice and I don't judge at all. For me, since high school, I would just believe in what I see. And because of this, certain takes from the movie really hit deep for me. Mainly the views from Mr. Blanc, played by Daniel Craig, and also the views from Father Jude, played by Josh O'Connor. But for now, let me go over everything that worked for this film. Being the third film in this franchise, we all know who we come back for, Mr. Blanc. The movie starts off with just seeing his face, but as the movie continues, we see more of Father Jude. He's the one that explains what led up to the murder. And this is how we meet all of the characters. We get to see all of their inner demons, why they go to the specific church, and to me, it was all so intriguing. So intriguing that for a hot second, I forgot that this was a Knives Out movie, but then it hit me. Where's Mr. Blanc? And he comes back into the picture 40 minutes into the movie. And when he does, it gets better and better and better per each second. I just want to emphasize how before this, I was really intrigued and pulled into all the conversations, all the attention, and all the disbelief of either trying to move on or not able to move on from the past. Father Jude though, I love that character. I love his casting, his face expressions, his dark past, his mentality from living one life to a new life, his mannerism, and what he's trying to stand for. He has a good soul. I loved every single time he curses inside the church because it was freaking hilarious to see and hear. Jude says some funny shit in here. It was also fun seeing the movie throw a wrench on you, trying to make you believe that he killed someone. That leads me to my next point actually. The guessing game. Rian knows how to throw us off every single time. There are a couple people here that we think is the murderer, and we think it's clear as day, but it's not what you think it is. I had a great time with the story from start to finish. The entire cast was phenomenal here. But of course, this is why we are here to begin with, for Benoit Blanc. I love the different approach for him in this movie. No spoilers, but I will say this. What they do with this character here will make you think it's either mature storytelling, or maybe the series is losing what made it fun. His approach for solving the mystery this time around was different. From teaming up with someone to admitting to something as well. Which I cannot say what it is, but again, I enjoyed everything. Rian Johnson can sure as hell write and direct a good movie. There are some shots here where he zooms in and out, and it all just adds to the whole experience. Those scenes in particular have a lot of tension. There's even a Star Wars reference here, and I wonder if that was meant for those that dislike The Last Jedi. There's a crazy scene here where it has a partial red lens over it, and that was pleasure for my eyes. There's also another moment where there's two characters talking inside a church, and as the conversation goes on, you see the sun go from sunny to dark and gray, and then back to being sunny. And then the sun reflections hit someone's character, and it's just so beautiful to see. Talking about beautiful, I really love the friendship between Mr. Blanc and Father Jude. I can honestly see another movie with just the two of them. The first interaction set the mood perfectly well for the rest of the movie. And of course, after that, the movie picks up more than it was already to begin with. The conversation about religion is what really hit it on the nail for me. And then there's Monsignor Wicks, played by Thanos, also known as Josh Brolin. This character is fascinating. He uses his power as a priest to benefit himself, and to take advantage of those attending the church. And some priests are like that in real life. Wicks is truly a sadistic individual, but yet somehow I really like his character. He does not give a shit if you are offended by what he says, but I'm also glad that he was killed. The fact that his church lived off anger only opens the door to make you think that anyone is responsible for the murder. The pacing for this movie is actually spot on. In the middle of a deep conversation, it's just bam, there was a jump scare. And I tell myself, how in the hell did I let this happen in my own home? I did not expect that at all. But let's talk about that ending though, without any spoilers. That ending, as I like to say, was batshit crazy. This is where this movie took a different approach than the previous two movies in the franchise. Well, in my opinion, I feel that this whole movie was a different approach than the other two. When it all goes down and you finally see what actually happened, you will be fully amazed like how I was. This is the new version of Scream in my book. It's just presented in a different format instead of all the crazy kills. This movie truly took me on a whole journey, a journey I wish that never finished. From my inner thoughts about religion, to understanding why Jude wants to be a priest, to having a great time trying to guess who the killer truly is, and of course the twists and turns sent our way. Yeah, I loved every second of this movie. But for now, let's go over everything that did not work for this movie. For me personally, I like the whole movie and I don't see anything wrong with it. But I can see how in the end, some people might think it's too convoluted. But for me, it just works. Other than that, I cannot think of anything else. Maybe the fact that Rian Johnson made this movie, but if that's how you think, then just grow up, man. Just go watch it because it's a really good movie. So, in conclusion, if you love a good mystery movie, if you love being thrown off by who the killer truly is, but at the same time you want to get lost in true deep conversations, and if you love a well-filmed movie that makes you forget about time in general, then this is for you. Rian Johnson can make movies like this for the rest of his life, and I'll be there to watch them all right away. Well, this all leads me to my rating for this film, and for this one I'll give it a 5 out of 5. This is a true cinematic experience. I recommend watching this movie on the biggest screen possible with the volume all the way up to be fully immersed. Around this time I would say I recommend buying it in 4K or in VOD, but it's Netflix so you cannot really buy it unfortunately. Well, thank you for your time today my cinematic family. Please hit the subscribe button, maybe the like button if you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts on Wake Up Dead Man if you've seen it or if you plan on seeing it. I am Chewy and this is Chewy Cinematic Talk. Take care, I'll see you next time.